You're such an asshole.
Okay, go lie down. Lie down. There you go. All right. Go lie down. God, I'd have no trouble if all the girls in my life were like this to be annoying. Yes, go lie down. Lie down. Lie down. What do men want in women? I want a woman like that dog. You know, it just adores me. Can't live without me. All right. We have an interesting request. If you have an interesting request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com. And it is because I'm trying to get through all the requests because I've been on vacation for 2 weeks. We're doing $100 minimum super chat, not because I'm a dick, but just because I got to bang through them. Hello, Captain. Last year I wrote to you seeking your advice on a road trip I was taking to South Dakota with my friend. I'm glad I did, as the information you provided us proved quite valuable. I will save you infinitely more in gas savings and lodging alone if you contact me before you pretty much go anywhere in the United States. This time we are planning a trip to Nevada in late December. Ooh, late December. All right. The trip is going to be 13 days long. We expect to stay in Vegas for the majority, if not the entirety of our stay. We're not that interested in gambling on the strip and are mainly going for outdoor recreation. I've done my own research, but I'd like for you to supplement the information I've gathered. I'll ask questions similar to those I asked you last time. We're avid hikers. Which parks and trails do you recommend? Any hidden gems? We're trying to decide between going to Lake Tahoe and Great Basin National Park. Okay, I'll tell you now, don't even bother with Great Basin National Park because it's in the middle of the freaking state. And you're going to take a long time to drive there. Lake Tahoe, you got Lake Tahoe. You have all the casinos on the Nevada side because the Nevada side is fun and free. Then you got Reno, which is a major metro, more casino. I know you're not big into casinos. And not only can you go to Reno and hang out. Oh, that's something else. You can get stood up by Rolo out in Reno as well. But I would not be going to Great Basin National Park. It's going to be cold up there. To see Tahoe, we would need to make the 7-hour drive up to Reno and likely spend a couple nights there. Do you recommend one over the other, or are they both must see? Dude, you're going in winter. That's the problem. And Tahoe is like, what is it, 7,000 feet up? It's good. It's not only just going to be colder because you're in the northern part of Nevada. Going up into the scenery of Nevada, it's going to be cold. I don't even know if Tahoe freezes up, but yeah, they do. Yeah, Atham works out there. And there's several ski resorts. It's going to be snowy and cold, so you're not going to be able to hike unless you want to do snowshoeing. I mean, next time, don't decide when you're going and then contact me. Contact me, I'll tell you when to go. Because you'd have a lot more options open if you weren't waiting until December. What attractions do you recommend in Vegas/Paradise? Paradise. Please include a couple good cigar lounges. The Man Cave, that's my favorite. La Casa Cigars, although that's way the F over opposite side of town, in a town called Summerlin. And then I've been smoking cigars at home more than anything else. This goes back to the question about Lake Tahoe, but do you recommend spending time in Reno? A returning flight is at McCarran. I'd save Reno for another trip. Actually, what I would loop Reno into, if you're hikers, here's what I'd loop Reno Tahoe in. I would loop that into Yosemite National Park because you're that much closer. And then you could fly into Sacramento or Reno. That's that's 14 hours, man. That's 2 days of your 13-day vacation gone. Because people think, oh, it's just right over there. No, it ain't. I've driven that many times to go visit Atham. It is not a short drive. It's a pretty boring drive, too. So let's just rule Reno out. Any other miscellaneous recommendations you can make, such as appreciated? Thanks again. Do you still offer discount to active duty? Active or any military, any veteran. All right. Let me pull this up. I'm going to have to find out. I'm going to have to find out what temperatures are because, hang on, let me figure that out now. Just bear with me. All right, December. Yeah, see, my first thing would, if you're a hiker, I'd say go to Zion. It's not in Nevada, but your temperatures are 46 for highs, 22 for lows. So that's a no-go. And that's average, and you're in late December, so it's going to be even cooler likely on average. I mean, if you get a lucky break, but that's even if they open the park. All right. So let's go to Vegas, and I'll give you some Vegas hikes to do. And keep in mind, there's snow up in the hills. All right, there's mountains in Vegas, but it's going to get snowy. So the first hikes I would do and that you can do would be the Golden Spike Trail. That's down by the Hoover Dam on the Nevada side. That's one I would absolutely do. Make sure you guys are very well balanced because there's rappelling and a lot of rock climbing. If you fall, you are effed. I saw a girl who broke her leg there. Her face was blue. She was not in good shape. And they got to bring a bunch of, they either got a helicopter. You're going down a canyon. You're basically starting up here. You're going down all the way to the Colorado River at the bottom of the Hoover Dam. You can't see the Hoover Dam. It's down at the bottom, though. But God almighty, don't fall. Just don't fall. Another one I would do would be the Arizona Springs, which is on the other side of the Colorado River on Highway 93. That's a fun one. Be prepared to have your legs burned because you got to hike through some hot water. Not scalding, but it's hot. So I would do that there as well. Then I would do Black Mountain, which is also near Henderson. That is not that hard, and you may have to bundle up a little bit depending on the temperature, but maybe you wait for a warmer day. But Black Mountain is another good hike, so that's 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. And then after you do, Black Mountain, that'll kind of tire you out. If you're looking for a short, quick hike, I would then do Sloan Canyon, the petroglyphs at Sloan Canyon. That's kind of a quick in out. That won't take you more than an hour, hour and a half. So if you need like a rest day, that'd be something. So I'm not going to include that against your 13 days. All right. So you're still down to 3. We got 10 to go. Then there's Red Rock Canyon National Monument, not Park Monument. I would go to the Red Rock Canyon National Monument, and I would get your annual pass because you're going to use it later on, assuming you don't have a national park's annual pass. This will allow you to go in there and do a couple things, all right? The biggest hike is Bridge Mountain. That is 15 miles round trip and 4,700 feet. I'd wait for the warmest day to do that one. That's what I would do. Wait for the warmest day to do that one. And then also in Red Rock Canyon National Park, let me zoom in because then you could go over there multiple days. Bridge Mountain. Yep. And Bridge Mountain, you could do the Bridge Mountain Trail parking, but you're going to have to go. There's 2 ways you could get through it. You're going to want to park you're going to want to go the Red Rock Canyon route, and you want to go to the Lost Creek Canyon Trailhead. That's where you want to go. You want to do the North Peak Trailhead. Otherwise, you got to go all the way down practically to Pahrump and back. All right. So that's for Bridge Mountain. Although you could do that one too, but you're going to need a 4-wheel vehicle. All right. Also in Red Rock Canyon, I would do the Icebox Canyon Trailhead all the way up to the waterfall. Be very careful because there may be snow, but at least you get to see a waterfall because hopefully there's some snow and precipitation up there. Also, in the same area, Lost Creek Canyon, you're going to look this up at that trailhead, or you can go to the High Point Overlook Trailhead. There's a circular hike around White Rock Hills HP. I don't know what the HP stands for. That's a pretty fun hike too. That one, it's going to be cooler, but you're not going to be going as high up as you would Bridge Mountain. So Bridge Mountain, now that's day 4. Icebox, that's 5. The other hike, 6. You know what? And I do the Calico Basin loop. Craft Mountain. Do the loop around Craft Mountain. And that trail system hooks up into, I don't know how serious you are, but that trail system does hook up into the Red Rocks National Park system. So if you want to save yourself some money, you could do that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hikes. All right, now let me zoom out. All right. You got 7 hikes. Some of these are going to be serious. You're going to need a couple days rest. I'm going to toss 2 more in. Two days of rest. You're now at 9 days. So you got 4 more days. Hang on. Let me look up. December. All right, here you go. Powers Peak in Kernville, California. That's going to be a long drive. It's going to be a 5-hour drive, but you could drive there and back. The weather is much more conducive. You're going to do Power Peak. That's 10 miles out and back, 3,000-foot gain. You get to see a beautiful lake, and then you get to drive through the Sierra Nevada, and you get to go. But that's going to be like a day-long trip. Leave it like 7 a.m., 5 hours out there, 5 hours to do the hike, 5 hours back. I just did that last night or yesterday. Okay. Before you do that, what I'd recommend then is you dedicate 2 to 3 days. Like this, you would do that before you went out to, but you'd have 4 days. Yeah, that'd take up a day. Here's what I would do, like save Powers Peak as like the last ditch effort. What I would do then is I go do the Grand Canyon. That's what I would do. Again, weather's going to depend. I mean, what's Kingsman temperature? And you got to worry about ice. December 5633. Okay, yeah. Maybe you're going to want to go do the northern side of it, of the Grand Canyon, because then you get the sun. But yeah, you're not going at a good time. You're just not going at a good time. And I'd almost say, well, then go down to Phoenix and do hiking. But if you're going to go down to Phoenix, I could give you 13 days of hiking do down in Phoenix. That's really where you ought to be going in December is Phoenix. But we got enough stuff for you there. So you're going to have to take a look at your timing. Let me go back to your request. God almighty. All these open things. Avid hikers. Outdoor recreation. Oh, by the way, Sloan Canyon has petroglyphs. So you want to check that out. Lake Tahoe, I would not do it. Nope, not Great Basin, not in December. Attractions do you recommend? All right, so there's going to be some fun times. All right. I would absolutely avoid the Strip, and not just the Strip, but downtown Fremont Street, unless you want to see it. Like, do it one day, be done with it, okay? See, that's the thing with Vegas is it's not like attractions. What I do is I just golf, and I go to okay restaurants, and I chill out at cigar lounges. That's a good question. Miscellaneous recommendations. All right, let me take a look at the map. I'd recommend eating at Ichiza. Okay. It's an authentic sit-down but cheap Japanese restaurant. You don't have to dress up for it. I would also recommend if you're looking for something to do, like just take a road trip and chill out and not like hike, but you just want to chill out. I would go to Oatman, Arizona and feed the burros. Okay, it's going to be a little day trip you got there, but I would go to and feed the burros in Oatman, Arizona. That's fun. Make sure to look up the time they feed the burros in Oatman, Arizona, so you don't drive all the way out to Oatman, Arizona, and the burros have gone back to the burrow. And like, oh, we didn't get to see the burros. Make sure you get there in the morning, preferably. I guess you could hang out in Laughlin. Beep-a-doop-a-doo, booty-dooby-doo. There's zip lining over in Boulder City. That's kind of fun. Yeah, I just when I used to go visit Beldonia, I'd always go and go to Capo's, which is on the west side of town, but their food kind of went to pot. I'm really let down about that. Capo's was great. It was my favorite restaurant. And then it's just like, oh, I see you've changed your cooks. Great. So I can't recommend that now. For an evening, I'd recommend going to the rooftop bar at the M Resort Spa and Casino. That's over on the south side of town. I mean, if you golf, yeah, go golf. You'll find a lot of cheap golf out in Rapid City, in Vegas. If you want a rest day and don't want to do anything, you don't want the busy hubbub, chill out in downtown Boulder. It's kind of a cool old time, like 1950s town. What do you recommend, Cappy? What do you recommend? If you're bored, go to the bar in Mountain Springs. Although you're gonna have a designated driver. I just go. There's like this little bar up in the mountains, in this little town, and you go ahead and get hammered there if you'd like. The Champagne Room is another bar I'd recommend. If you want to do something fun, just to be thankful that like you work and you have a job, you didn't let drugs get to you, go check out Alphabet City. It's trash. It's the ghetto. About to go in the morning because everyone's hungover and they're not going to commit no crimes. But drive through Alphabet City. Just be thankful that you have a job or your parents kind of like brought you up somewhat right. And then yeah, that's it. That should take care of you. That should kind of take care of you, and you'll be good to go. Mount Wilson. What's in Mount Wilson? I joined this hiking club, and I don't know how tall it is. All right, there you go. Let's take a look at the thing. Any $100 super chats? No. Boom. We're done. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.